So we won the die roll by a narrow margin. We have a reasonable hand. Let's get started. We're keeping this. It's kind of slow. Like if we get run over by Delver, uh, I'll take responsibility, guys. It wasn't your fault. You know, I'm in the driver's seat here. I think this hand is totally reasonable though. We've got some of our best cards for card advantage. We have a removal spell. If we're looking at like Affinity or Delver, like this Ubwe is probably going to be good. And we got a Gray Merchant to clean things up. This hand's probably not great against mountains because it's a little slow. Quambai Witches was a great draw there because just gives us a 2-drop, some way to block or something to eat a burn spell, put a little pressure on. It's unclear whether or not he's on burn or like goblins or something. But the fact that he had no 1-drop. Okay, so we've got green here, Werebear. So we're on something a brew. Yeah, I don't know if you can really play Werebear into Quambai Witches. That doesn't seem smart. Let's see. Let's see what you got. Our opponent's line of play seems strange. Wow. And he doesn't even target us with the Quambai Witches. Yeah. Perhaps the opponent is not familiar with the format or these cards. That's okay. We're just going to keep right on trucking. Our hand has developed excellently. Next turn we're going to have Rager, which is going to help us hit our 5th land drop for Gray Merchant. Our opponent has not done anything scary yet. Whoa, 3-color deck. Croc Anura. Yeah, not what I'd consider a real deck. I'm gonna play Ublia here. Gets in damage, pumps up our devotion. Just basically everything you want a removal spell to do. One note here, I don't like multicolor decks in Pauper. I don't like where they're at right now. Yeah, mana fixing is at an all-time high. We now have Pauper or common dual lands. So the enablers are there, but what are you playing that you couldn't get in a single colored deck? That's always my real question. Like, if you're playing black, well, the best black cards, you need mono black. Chittering Rats, like, maybe you could fit it into a multicolor deck. Pestilence, can't get. Sign in Blood, you probably can't get. So you have mediocre black cards. Now this looks like a green-based fixing, possibly ramp deck. So maybe we're going to see like some sort of ramp into Crusher playing or something like that. But is that better than playing Tron? If you're trying to play a big mana deck? If you're playing red, like the best red decks are just aggressive, pants down, like get you decks. It's unclear, I think the best green deck is like the aggressive hexproof, some sort of hexproof strategy, whether it's poison or boggles. Burst lightning. You got it. So it's kind of unfortunate that he had a removal spell, but that's fine. I think we're still shaping up very well. Like, our Gray Merchant is getting to a pretty significant number. Obviously, he's not dead to it or anything like that. But, oh, well, he might be now. Yeah, do I just Gray Merchant for 8, Gray Merchant for 10? This is so insane. This is, it gotta be, this should have been an uncommon. This is not real. Yeah, he doesn't even want to play against that. And I don't blame him. I just can't see. So like I was playing Cloud Post. I was playing Cloud Post in Pauper before Post got banned, and now I'm just all in on mono black because of Gray Merchant. Like this card sold me. I can't imagine anything else you'd want to be doing. So what have we got here? Guess Verdict doesn't seem super sweet because like he's gonna have those random things running around. If he's trying to go for big mana, Victim of Might seems good. Qualm by Witches didn't seem great. I don't know. I just didn't get to see very much of my opponent's deck, so I'm not sure what he's really doing. He had creatures, so Serrated Arrows has to be of some value. I don't know if he has duress targets. Is the real? That's the real deal. The really for real deal. So I'm gonna assume he doesn't. You know, I'm gonna cut my main deck duresses. I'm gonna put in, and he has swamps, so I want to take out Spinning Darkness in case he has black creatures, and it would be dead some percentage of the time. Like I can afford just to play a different removal spell. I can do that. I'm gonna put in Unearth instead of Duress because at the very least it cycles, even if he never kills our creatures. So going into game 2 here, we're gonna be on the draw, but we've got a pretty good hand. We're not mulliganing this, and our deck is now cheaper and more aggressive. Like we just took out some expensive spells, so we're gonna have more removal for more interaction, and we've got plenty of card advantage here. Serrated Arrows, Phyrexian Rager is really what the deck. Like this is the meat of the deck. This is the core. This is why you want to play it. Just grindy card advantage. Our creatures matter. They all generate card advantage. So do his. You know, that's good. Especially if you want to get to big mana. But in most cases, drawing a card is better than getting a basic land. Making them discard a card with like Liliana Spectre, that's worse if they've just got basic lands running around in their hand to discard. However, Chittering Rats is better if they've got lands, you know, extra lands. So they put a land on top of them, so like they're just stuck, you know. And we've certainly got Chittering Rats. We have way more Chittering Rats than we do Spectres. And I think Chittering Rats is excellent against a deck like this, where they're pretty slow, and they've got a lot of land. Chittering Rats is just ideal there. You just freeze them, basically the Black Time Walk. You advance your board state, but they don't get to. Blast Oderm. Alright, well, that's certainly a thing. What are we going to do about that? Sign in Blood looking for another Guess Verdict. We don't see one. I'm going to play Witches here, chump the Blastoderm, which will allow me to unearth next turn. And, you know, I'm glad I left in the unearths at this point, because we just get to blank his Blastoderm and get another free card. I'm assuming he doesn't have any cheeky shenanigans with like White Mane Lion or Core Skyfisher, because we didn't see white, so he doesn't appear to have a way to pick up the Blastoderm. His Bolt for Witches, that's fine. Edict us, that's also fine, I guess. We're gonna take 5, but you know we're just getting more cards out of his hand, and we have plenty of stuff. Like these creatures are replaceable. Okay, so we've got the Verdict. A good draw on our part, a very good draw. But even if we didn't hit, we'd be able to chitter him plus draw an extra card with Rager anyway. So I think we were certainly still in the game, if not favored already. But you know, when you draw perfect, you're gonna get ahead. Yeah, now we're basically right back on track. Yeah. Chittering Rats is going to put him a full turn behind at this point because he has nothing on board. We have a 2/2, but he lost the card he would draw. Held Marauders. Is this just like the fading deck? Like, is this a thing? 3-color fading. I don't know if I've seen this before. I don't even think that's worth using a removal spell on. Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't think so. I'm going to play Rager and see what we draw first. He's got Edict. Oh, that's perfect. I can't wait. He's going to be very disappointed when he, like, I feel like such a genius for leaving in Unearth. Like, he sided into removal. Unearth on Chittering Rats is much better than Unearth on uh, Phyrexian Rager in this spot because he's got that one card left in his hand that he's just going to be forced to draw next turn. Cast Unearth targeting Phyrexian Rager. We're way ahead on cards. You know, just look at this. We have the same number of land in play. We have an advantage on the board. And we have 4 cards in hand to his 0. One of them is a land, but one of them isn't. That's fine. I'm comfortable with like both scenarios here. I'm comfortable with blocking, you know, double blocking, triple blocking possibly. I'm also comfortable with just taking the damage. We take 3 to 6, take 1 to 5. Then we have like the mad chumps for Blastoderm. He does have. He's shown Bolt plus Burst Lightning. He's got some burn. I think we run the block here. If we get to Grey Merchant, we'll buy back enough life so we don't have to worry about burn ever again. I guess that was bad. We should have put him in a situation where, uh, like we didn't really give him a choice of what to kill. You know, but I don't think that's really gonna matter. That's a very minor point. You know, like we know he has no cards in hand, so we can't like kill one of our guys and make the double block bad. Okay. Barrenmore. No. I always hate drawing Barrenmore, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. I almost always cycle it. I think in all the time I've had Barrenmore in this deck, you know, I've been playing this deck for months and months. I've put it in play maybe a dozen times. It's just so rare. I really don't like to do it. And I'll take risks too. I'll take risks not to play Barrenmore. I will cycle it. If I have one land in it, I'll just cycle it and not even think twice. Because I like to gamble, man. I don't really like to gamble, but you get what I'm saying. Do we do something stupid? I don't think so. I think we just jump here. That's fine. If he drew another Blastoderm, we're in like real trouble anyway, but let's see what he's got. Lightning. It's okay, our card was dead anyway. Lightning seems pretty good. Lightning's a decent reason to play red and black. Oh, Chittering Rat's not great because he has no cards in hand, but it's still a body. I'm going to play. This is tough. So like, if we could attack with one guy, and then we're safe even if he draws a removal spell. We could attack with 2 guys and force him to draw removal spells for Chilling Rats in order to kill us. But we're so far away from killing him that I think it's better to play it safe. Still, we're just looking for Grey Merchant here. Like, Grey Merchant at any point puts us right back in the driver's seat. If we can survive this Blasted Arm, it just goes away on its own. He needs to draw additional action in order to close this game out. And we've already got Serrated Arrows on board. Faithless Looting for no value. Yeah, I don't know why you would do that. Seems strange. So we're blocking. We're going to do the same thing this turn that we did next turn, or last turn. We're hoping to draw. Ooh, Guess Verdict is sweet. Now we can just go full on assault. Yeah, that was a great draw. We gotten pretty lucky drawing Guess Verdicts at critical spots in this match. But now we're massively ahead. He really needs to peel here pretty hard. Just every turn that goes by that he doesn't come up with a relevant threat, he just takes 4. At any point, we're live to draw Grey Merchant for nearly the full amount. Putrid Leech, sure. That doesn't count. So, like, we already have Serrated Arrows in play. He just can never beat Serrated Arrows. Can never beat. Can never. Can't ever. Can never. Not attacking. We're just play Grey Merchant and pass. If knowing I was going to draw Grey Merchant, I would have Serrated Arrows his Leech on instep, Serrated Arrows again, attacked for 4. Yeah. Alright, well, that was that.